Hello and welcome back for more solo board gaming. My name is Shuffles, and this is going to be our second playthrough of Valeria Card Kingdoms. This is specifically with the Darksworn Expansion, which adds co-op to Card Kingdoms, and I think it greatly improves the solo experience versus what you get out of the base box. The campaign included with Darksworn starts with 6 books that you'll play through, and we'll get to those in a bit. We'll be playing through book 1 today. In our last playthrough, we did kind of a random dungeon generator that also comes with this and gives it some legs. That is the Forbidden Temple, and I'll link that playthrough in the description. So today we're going to do the kind of the intro into the campaign. I don't want to spoil too much, so we're just going to do book 1, but there are some very interesting mechanics that get added into books 2 through 6. So let's jump in. We'll take a look at book 1. We are set up and ready to go. I'm going to give a quick overview on gameplay. We covered most of this in the previous playthrough, but this is essentially an engine builder. We're going to be recruiting citizens from these stacks, and then we'll be rolling dice. So when the numbers on the dice match the numbers that we have on our citizens, we're going to gain resources. So the gold we gain, we can use to recruit more citizens. The strength we gain, we can use to fight these monsters here in the top row. We have 2 actions per turn. In book 1, they're going to introduce the Radiant token, which we can flip over to gain a 3rd action on our turn. And then the monsters are going to attack the columns that they're above. So if we rolled a 1 and a 4, this ghoul would attack this column. And they attack by just removing a citizen. There are these 5 walls that they'll have to go through first. So the first attack would flip over a wall. Second attack would remove the wall. And then the third one would take out one of the citizens. If we run out of citizens and a monster attacks that row, the column. So if we have an empty column and it gets attacked, we're going to lose the game. To win the game, we need to complete all of the objectives in the book. And this is book 1, the Prophecy. So it introduces the Radiant token, and then we have a task to complete. So this one is Defend the Oracle. We'll have to spend 5 strength and 5 magic. And that'll get us a citizen back that's been discarded by a monster attack. And then we'll flip the page and do the next task. I think there's 3 tasks in the first book. So the first book is really just an intro to the campaign. The first playthrough I did, I found the difficulty to be kind of trivial almost. It's really just an intro. It teaches you the mechanics of the game. And I talked about this a little bit in the last video. I'm still trying to dial in and try to find the right difficulty where this is challenging every time. I want to get to the point where I'm winning most of the games, but they're close and there is a fear of losing. I'm 14 plays in and haven't lost yet. So we've added quite a bit more than what you will in your first playthrough. We've really beefed up the monster deck to add some challenge here. So in book 1, it's going to ask you to shuffle in 1 shade monster. Those come out and they might drain your resources, or they might make the room harder to complete. I went ahead and shuffled in all 9. And then we've added lots of monsters from the Frost and Flames expansion, which are harder in general. We've also replaced basic monsters, 1 from each group, with wardens like the Shard here. The Shard takes 8 strength and 6 magic to take out, which is quite a lot. Just for comparison, one of the base enemies, a ghoul, is just 4 strength. So we've got a really beefy monster deck. I think this is going to be a problem, but that's good. If we keep winning every time, I'm going to get bored and move on. So trying to dial it in. There is difficulty here for sure. The next step the instructions suggest is to reduce the citizen pools. We have 3 cards in each column, so essentially 30 health. So if we take 1 away, we're down to 20 health, and that would be a really big swing. I'm reluctant to do that because it's going to take away a little bit of our choice in how we build our engine. We won't be able to triple down on any of the citizens, and doubling down would be a pretty big risk. So I'm going to see if this is enough. I think it actually will be, so we may have our hands full in this one, but let's go ahead and get started. We'll set up the first challenge here. First roll, we've got 1 and 2. So columns 1, 2, and 3 are going to attack after our turn here. We've missed completely. We don't have a 1, 2, or 3, but we do have our Explorer, which will give us 2 of whatever we want. resources. So we're going to use gold here. We're going to let the enemies attack and just go ahead and stock up and start our engine here. So I think we'll grab a monk. That's going to cost 3. And then we'll grab a bard as well. So we'll pay 1 gold and 1 magic. And that will get us a bard. And then the enemies will attack. Columns 1, 2, and 3. We have these walls here defending for now. And then we go into our second harvest. So our bard will give us a gold. Our monk will let us spend that gold to gain 2 magic. And we don't have 3 still. So that's it for our first turn. Go ahead and roll again. All right, 1 and 4. So this time we do have the 1. It gives us 1 gold, 2 more magic. The 4 we don't have, and our peasant will give us 1 gold for the 5. We need a way to generate some strength here so we can start taking out these monsters. We're going to try to get this archer. We'll need to spend 1 victory point, the one we started with, and we're going to do the Pray to Aquila option. And let us play this card. Spend 1 victory point, and we get 3 gold. So we'll do that. That'll bump us to 5 gold, and we'll spend 4 to grab an archer. So we're starting to get the engine up and running while the monsters are still knocking these walls down. So monster turn. Ghoul's going to take out the wall. Column 4 attacks. Cyclops will hit the wall, and then 5 Lava Hound hits the wall. We'll do our second harvest here. We spend 1 gold to get 2 magic. 4 will get us 2 strength, and 5 will get us a gold back. Roll again. 2, 5 for a total of 7. So the 2 gets us our choice of 2 gold or a victory point. Need to refresh this before we make our choice here. Victory points won't help us right now, so we'll take the 2 gold. The 5 triggers, and that gives us 1 more gold, and we don't have a 7 yet. But I think we will buy 1. So our first action, we'll take the Condottiere for 2 gold. That'll trigger on the second harvest, so we'll get some more fight. For our second action, I think we'll go ahead and pick up the Bogatir for 1 gold, even though it won't trigger this turn. We don't really have enough resources to fight any of the monsters yet, but we're getting there. So columns 2 and 5 attack. These walls are now gone. And then we'll take our second harvest. The 2 triggers, so the bard gives us a gold. 5 gets us another gold. And 7, our new Condottiere, we'll take 4 fight, because we're going to have to start fighting these monsters now that the walls are down. Let's roll again. 3, 4, 7. Still don't have a 3. The 4 gives us 2 strength, and 7 will give us 4 strength. It'll put us up to 12, and we should be strong enough to take out somebody here. We still have walls defending us right now from the Giant Scorpion and Cyclops. Those will be the ones attacking this turn. I think we'll go ahead and buy a Sorceress. Most of our base is covered now. That was 3 gold. We're going to spend 2 and 1 magic. Cover that, and then I think we'll take on this Cyclops if we can afford it here. It's 3 magic. It's down to 2, and then 9 strength. We have 12 currently. So we'll kill the Cyclops. First enemy is discarded. And that's going to give us 4 wild, so we can take whatever we want, and then 4 victory points. Grab our VPs, and then I think we'll just do magic since we can use it for anything. That'll bring us back up to 6. And then the enemies will attack. So Giant Scorpion takes out the wall, but we've taken out 4 so they don't attack. And let's do our second harvest. We'll spend 1 magic for 2 strength from the Sorceress. The Archer gives us 1 more strength. And 7, the Condottiere triggers. We're going to take, let's do 2 more strength. little bit low on gold, but that's okay. And let's roll again. 1, 5, and now we've rolled a 6. We dodged the 6s so far, but now that we've rolled one, we'll have to banish a citizen from one of the stacks, and they'll be out of the game for the rest of the game. That'll happen on the monster turn. So let's go ahead and take our resources here. The monk gives us 1 gold, 2 magic. The 5 peasant gives us another gold, and our knight gives us a strength. We forgot to fill the monster row here. So we have the ghoul and lava hound are going to attack this turn. The first thing we'll do, I think we'll grab this paladin here for 2 gold. We're very low on magic generation. We get some from the monk and just a little bit from the sorceress. We have our gold and strength needs covered, so we'll grab the paladin. Second action, I think we'll take out the lava hound. That is 7 strength and 1 magic. That gives us 3 more VP and 3 gold. And I think we'll flip our radiant token as well. And take 1 more turn. We'll spend 2 VP to get 4 magic. That'll bring us up to 10. And then the monsters will get a turn. So the ghoul is going to attack this row. We'll get rid of a knight. And they're currently captured. The 5 is gone, and the 6 is going to banish someone from the game. So we'll get rid of a peasant permanently. Then we'll take our second harvest here. So we'll spend 1 gold. Gets us 2 more magic, up to 12. Peasant and knight will trigger for 1 gold, 1 strength. Refill our monster row. Ready for our next roll. Double 1s. So doubles will trigger our explorer. Those trigger if we miss completely or if it rolls doubles. At this point, it'll just be doubles. We'll be getting 2 of any resource, so we'll take strength. And then the monk triggers twice. So 2 gold, 4 magic. And then our bard triggers as well for, let's take the VP. All right, so we have what we need to defend the Oracle. I was kind of waiting until we had a citizen captured so I get the benefit of returning him. So we'll go ahead and pay our cost here. It's 5 magic and 5 strength. We're only going to use, let's use 2 strength, and we'll make up the difference with magic. We can use magic as a wild. So we've got 8 magic left, 3 strength left. Our task is complete. We get to return the knight. And we have 1 more action to take. All right, and this ghoul is going to attack us twice. So our other action is going to be to take him out so he doesn't do that. So we'll spend 2 strength and 2 magic. Takes out the ghoul. And we'll get 1 wild. We'll use that on strength since it's so low. And 3 VP. All right, so for the monster turn, row column 1 is empty. And this shard is going to attack and get rid of a bard. That'll do it for the first room here. So we'll move into chapter 2. New task. Realign the ward gems. We're going to have to spend 7 magic, 7 strength, and 4 gold to complete this one. We still need to take our second harvest from last turn. So we'll spend 2 gold to get 4 magic. That's the monk triggered twice. And then the bard is going to get us 2 more gold. Oh, and our explorer trigger. So we'll take 1 strength as our wild. All right, that brings us into chapter 2. We can go ahead and roll after we fill up the monster row. All right, here's our first shade. So when we roll, whichever column this is in, this will be 1. We're going to remove a citizen from any stack. It's not a banish, just to remove, but this one's a little bit tougher to take out. 7 strength and 2 magic. We also get our radiant token back since we completed the chapter. Let's roll again. 1, 2, and 3 will trigger. So our monk gives us 1 gold, 2 magic. The bard gives us 2 gold. And our sorceress, 1 magic, 1 strength. So our priority here is going to be to take out the shade that just came out, since he's going to essentially discard 2 citizens this turn. So I'll have to spend some strength. We'll do 2 and pair that up with 7 magic. That'll get us 2 of any resource and then 5 VP. We'll do 2 strength, back up to 14 victory points. And for our second turn here, why don't we spend some of those VP, bring us back down to 10, and we'll take this option to build another wall for 4 VP. And we'll plop that down in front of the shard. So then the enemies will trigger, column 1 empty, shard attacks our new wall, and the scorpion will discard a sorceress. For our second harvest, we spend 1 gold for 2 magic. Bard gives us a gold, and the sorceress, we spend 1 magic, and we get 2, we'll say, strength. Refill the monster row. Another lava hound. And ready to roll again. 3, 5, and 8. So our sorceress triggers 1 magic, 1 strength. Peasant will give us a gold, and our bogatier, we get 3 strength. So that brings us up to 10. I think this is a good turn to go ahead and complete our next task. We've got some citizens in the pile. We can return 1. It's going to cost us a lot of resources. Let's go ahead and do that. So 7 magic, 7 strength, 4 gold. And we have our choice between the bard and sorceress. Since the scorpion is going to attack us this turn, we'll return the sorceress. For our second option this turn, let's spend 2 VP. And that's going to let us return 1 citizen. So the bard comes back. All right, monster turn. Giant scorpion attacks. We're going to lose that sorceress again. And this imp servant attacks, and we'll lose our first butcher here. And we'll do our second harvest. The sorceress, we're going to spend 1 magic and take 2 strength. Peasant gives us a gold. And our bogatier, we get to spend, we'll do 1 gold to get 4 strength. Brings us to 9. And that'll do it for chapter 2. Okay, that's actually going to do it for book 1. So chapter 1 was just the intro. Chapter 2 is our first task. Chapter 3, second task. And then that is it. It gives you some more story context, and you'll move into the next book. So we still didn't come close to losing, but again, this was pretty trivial, I think, difficulty-wise. Book 1, they do get much more challenging as the campaign progresses. So I think what I'll do next time is make the walls just a one-shot instead of flipping them over. Just give the walls 1 health. I think that'll add a lot to the difficulty. If I'm playing this wrong, please let me know in the comments. I have no idea. As far as I know, I'm playing correctly, but I could be totally missing something. I hope you like this playthrough. I'll be back soon with more solo board gaming content. Thank you so much for watching.